So good morning all. I once again welcome you all to the another session of this online classes of BA Part 2 fourth semester English Literature being conducted for the syllabus prescribed by Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj Nagpur University Nagpur in collaboration by 4 colleges, that is Rajkumar Keval Ramani Kanya Mahavidyalaya Jaripatka Nagpur, Vasantrao Naik Government Institute of Arts and Social Sciences Nagpur, Jawaharlal Nehru Arts, Commerce and Science College Wadi Nagpur, and Rajiv Gandhi Mahavidyalaya Sadak Arjuni Gondia. Friends, we have the resource person for the day is Dr. For the session is Dr. Vaishali Meshram, and she would be making presentation on the poem If. Ma'am is working as an assistant professor of English at Dr. M.K. Umate College, Nagpur. She has been in the field since more than 20 years and has kept her academic interest alive by publishing research papers in national and international journals. She has been invited as guest speakers in various programs. She is a resource person here as well, and she has organized webinars for students and faculty. Her area of interest is Indian writing in English, diasporic literature, and post-colonial literature. She has composed a reference book for BBA Part 1 for first semester, which is prescribed for Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj Nagpur University, and has contributed to the course content development of compulsory English of Arts and Commerce faculty. Recipient of Shiksha Ratna National Award, which was conferred on her for the year 2019 by Zero Mile Foundation Nagpur and New Adarsh Shramjeevi Patrakar Sangh. So I welcome Madam Vaishali Meshram for to this session on behalf of all the collaborating colleges and participating students. Hand over the mic to ma'am for her presentation. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the sweet introduction, Dr. Kapil, sir. Thank you so much for having me here today on this virtual platform. Sir, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. A very pleasant morning to one and all. At the very outset, I wish to congratulate the organizers for taking such a noble and fruitful initiative for the benefit of students. I'm sure that the students will get immensely benefited by these online lectures. I wish to extend my heartfelt and sincere gratitude to Honorable Dr. Sujata Vyas Madam, Director, Vasantrao Naik Government College, Institute of Arts and Social Sciences, Nagpur, Honorable Dr. Urmila Dabir Ma'am, Principal Rajkumar Keval Ramani, Kanya Mahavidyalaya, Nagpur, Honorable Dr. Kalpana Porkar Madam, Principal, Jawaharlal Nehru Arts, Commerce and Science College, Wadi, Nagpur, and Honorable Dr. Anil Gaikwad Sir, Principal, Rajiv Gandhi Mahavidyalaya, Sadak Arjuni, Gondia. My special and sincere thanks to Honorable Dr. Kapil Singhel Sir, Dr. Madhvi Moril Ma'am, Dr. Leena Fate Madam, and Dr. Agrawal Sir, and all the members of the organizing committee for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be a part of this initiative and also for allowing me to share my expertise. So dear students, let's get started. But prior to that, I would like to share my screen. So let me share my screen. Yeah, here I go. Okay. The screen is visible, sir.
Shared, ma'am. You are sharing it. It's visible.
So, dear students, the topic of today's presentation is the beautiful poem, inspiring and motivational poem written by Rudyard Kipling. What happened? Yes. So, before we proceed ahead, just let us know about the poet. Okay, I would like to talk about the poet. Joseph Rudyard Kipling. Okay, he was born in 1865 and was died in 1936. But before that, I would like to make a request I have sore throat, so just bear with me today. Joseph Rudyard Kipling was an English short story writer, poet, and novelist. He was born in Bombay, now we Mumbai in India, which at the time belonged to Britain. When he was 5 years old, his family moved to England. He was awarded a Nobel Prize in Literature in 1907. Kipling was also offered a knighthood on several occasions, but he declined his honor. Let me talk about the poem. Just let me give the brief introduction of the poem. As I told you earlier, that this poem is extremely inspirational or motivational poem. When you go through the poem, okay, you feel so energetic, you feel so rejuvenated, okay, and you get that particular energy to pursue your goal. So it was this particular poem, If, was first published in Rewards and Fairies in 1910. It was inspired by Sir Leander Starr Jameson. Now, who was Sir Leander Starr Jameson? He was a Scottish colonial politician, and he was, yes, contesting election from the Progressive Party. Okay, and this particular poem is nothing but a father's advice to his son. Okay, so this poem has also got universal appeal. The poet has universal appeal because when you go through the poem, you can place yourself in the place of the poet's son, okay, and you feel that the poet is talking to you, and you get immensely benefited by that. You get motivated, you get inspired by this poem, okay, and you get that particular new enthusiasm, energy, zeal to to achieve your goal. Okay, so let's move ahead. Now, let me add something to this poem again. As I told you that this poem is a bundle, it means in this poem, the poet has given a bundle of suggestions, okay, to his son. Just he wanted his son to be a complete, perfect human being, a complete man, okay, and therefore, in this poem, he has told his son, or he tells his son how to cope up with different situations that pop up in our life. Okay, life is all about ups and downs, isn't it? So when we lead life, when we live, when we want to achieve something, when we set our goals, okay, so while leading life we always go through ups and downs. Okay, so in through when we face some unwanted situations, okay, difficult situations, okay, tough situations, and then we should not give up. Same message has been given by the poet to his son. Okay, so he just he has given valuable life lessons through this particular poem, and he, because he wanted his son Mark. What is the name of his son? The name of his son is Mark. Okay, so he wants his son to be a complete human being, a good human being. Okay, a person good at heart, a compassionate, kind-hearted person. Okay, so he just through this poem, the poet has given or has tried to give the valuable life lessons to his son Mark. Okay, again I'm telling you that this poem is extremely inspirational or motivational poem. The poem is written in second person pronoun. Okay, it is written in second person narrative. The poet has made use of you. Okay, so the direct address is made to his son. And when you all know that when the direct address is made to someone, okay, which figure of speech is used over there? It is apostrophe. So the poet has used apostrophe here because many times, it means this throughout the poem, the poet has addressed to his son. Okay, so he made use of you again and again. Okay, so the poem has been written in the second person pronoun or second person narrative. Okay, now in this particular poem, the tone of the poem is positive and motivating. Means when you go through the poem, you feel motivated, you feel encouraged, okay, to achieve your goal, to fulfill your dreams, okay, to achieve your dreams. Let's go ahead. Just before we go through the poem, let me talk about the structure of the poem. Okay, Now the poem has been divided into 4 stanzas, okay, with 8 lines each. Means 4 stanzas are there with and each stanza has 8 lines. Okay, 10 to 11 syllables are there. Okay, then the rotating rhyming scheme is there. What is the rhyming scheme? A B A B C D C D. Since 8 lines are there, so A B A B C D C D means the last word of the first line rhymes with the last word of the third line. Okay, and the last word of the second line rhymes with the fourth line. Okay, and likewise. Okay, now here as I told you means see there are 4 stanzas. Okay, and in the last line, okay, for example, what can say 14, but this okay 32. Okay, at the end of this particular poem there is an exclamation mark. Okay, so it means that, and this poem is conditional. If has been given, if you can is repeated again and again. Okay, so anaphoria is there. So here is and the exclamation mark has been given at the end of the of that particular poem. So throughout these all the 4 stanzas, the poet has tried to give him or to tell his son certain says, okay, or the rules of leading life, how to become a successful. Okay, so here let me again tell you that there are 4 stanzas and each stanza has 8 lines. Okay, and the rhyming scheme is A B A B C D C D. In each stanza, okay, in each stanza you will find the same, okay, that particular rhyming scheme. Okay, let's go ahead. Now let us go through the poem. This is the stanza 1. 4 lines have been given over there. Okay, the second slide, the remaining 4 have been given. Okay, so let's go through the poem. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. Okay, now the poem has started. Okay, the poem begins with the poets giving advice, a piece of advice to his son Mark. Okay, now what does he advise his son? Okay, he says that, okay, he advises him that he should stay calm. He should keep his head full when all about, see here in the word all and about, the first letter A is repeated pleasingly, isn't it? So when the letters or the vowels, sounds, not vowel, or the sounds, letters or sounds repeated pleasingly, the figure of speech is an alliteration. So the poet has made use of alliteration over here. Okay, what does he say? He says that he advises his son, okay, that he should stay cool, calm, and composed. Okay, when all the people around him, okay, are losing theirs and they become panic. Okay, and they are holding, they are blaming, they are holding responsible him for everything, for their panic as well. Okay, means whatever they are going through, they will blame everything to his son, okay, or you, for example, we readers. Okay, so here the poet suggests us, okay, suggests his son that he should keep calm, he should stay calm when all the people around him, they will become panic, they will lose their head, they will become aggressive. Okay, and they will start blaming him, okay, for everything that he hasn't done. Okay, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, okay, it always happens. People want somebody to blame, right? And therefore it is a time when we need to trust ourselves, isn't it? And therefore he tells his son that he should trust himself when all men doubt you. Who will doubt you? Okay, means whom we always doubt? Those who do something, है ना? जो कुछ करता है, okay, the people who do something, the remaining people will doubt them. They will doubt about their capability, about their capacity, isn't it? if he will or she will do it or not, isn't it? If they are capable or not. Okay, so they will always doubt. It means that you are means when when people start criticizing you, you must understand that you are doing something constructive, you are doing something great, okay, good in your life. So dear all, it is the poet suggests here that suggests his son that he should stay calm and cool, composed when all the men around him, okay, start blaming him for or holding him responsible for everything they are going through, okay, because they are panicked, right? And this is the time he advises his son that he should trust himself, okay, when all the people related to him will blame or he will doubt about his capabilities, about his capacities. Okay, but at the same time, he advises him that to make room. See, but make allowance. What does the word allowance mean? It means to give room for, isn't it? So when people criticize us, we should take that particular criticism positively, isn't it? If we fail to do something great, okay, we must understand that when people criticize us, there is need to introspect ourselves. Are you getting me, dear friends? This is the time that we should introspect ourselves, and whatever flaws we have, we should try to overcome them, isn't it? And therefore, he advises his son to make room for their doubting too. Means he should ponder over means why people are doubting him, isn't it? Or why people are doubting us. Okay, so here, if you can let me again tell you what is the message that has been given in these four lines. Okay, that the poet here is addressing to his son, and he is advising to his son that he should always keep quiet and composed and calm. Okay, when all the people around him, his relatives, friends, whatever he is, come in contact with. So people will blame, they will lose their cool, they will become panic and start blaming him or holding him responsible for everything. And he must, at this juncture, he must trust himself, okay, and when all men doubt about his capabilities, about his capacity, okay, but at the same time, we should make allowance, we should try to understand why these people are blaming him or why these people are, what can I say, criticizing him. Are you getting me? So here, dear all, if you can, this particular, these three words are repeated again and again throughout the poem. Okay, so when we repeat something again and again, okay, that particular, device is this is a rhetorical device, and this device is called as, this is anaphora. So this is the poetic device, and this is called as anaphora. Anaphora is a rhetorical device that consists of repeating sequence of words at the beginning of the neighboring clauses. Okay, so here the poet has repeating if you can again and again throughout the poem. Now the poet has used if so many times. Have you ever counted? The poet has used if for 13 times throughout the poem. Okay, so this is called as anaphora. Now let's go ahead. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor to talk too wise. Okay. Now again, in these four lines, the poet has given beautiful message. See, what does he say? He says, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting. Okay. He says that we should always keep for be patient for the whatever the task we accomplish, isn't it? Whatever we do, okay, because success comes to those who wait patiently, okay, and who are not tired of waiting, okay. They have immense what can I say, patience in them, and therefore if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, the poet advises he tells his son that he should be patient. He should be patient and he should never, tired of waiting for success. Because winners never quit and quitters can never become winners. They cannot succeed because they always give up so easily. Okay, and therefore he says that if you want to be winner, you cannot, quit. You cannot give up easily. Isn't it? You have to try again and again, and with the consistent, persistent efforts, you will achieve your goal one day. You will succeed. Okay, and therefore he says that you have to be patient. Okay, because the winners can never be quitters. Okay, the winners never quit. Now, or being lied about, don't deal in lies. Now he says that people will tell you lies, but at the same time he tells his son that he should be truthful. He should never lie. What may come, what may happen in his life. Okay, let people talk. They let people lie. Okay, they will always tell lies. They will make stories about you. They will, indulge themselves in backbiting. But let them do their job. And what is your job? You march ahead in your life. Okay, so if you do so, okay, then what will happen? Nobody will stop you from being successful. Okay, so if you want to be successful, my dear friend, you don't have to lie. You do not, you did not lie. You should never lie. Okay, and you never indulge yourself in lying. Yeah? Those the people, those who lie. Okay, so don't deal. See in the second line, don't deal in lies. So here D, this later or the sound or the later has been repeated pleasingly. Okay, so the figure of speech is again an alliteration. Okay, so the poet has used alliteration in the second line. Don't deal in lies. Fine. So here in these two lines, what does the poet say? He says that he advises his son to be patient. Okay, if you want to achieve your goal, and he should never be tired of waiting, tired by waiting. Okay, because if he keeps on waiting, okay, patiently, one day he will definitely be successful or he will succeed. Or being lied about, he again advises his son not to tell lie. Let other people talk about tell lies, but he should never indulge himself in the backbiting or lie. Okay, or being hated. Don't give way to hate. It is obvious. Not be all people can love you. Some of them will hate you. Okay, so let them hate you. It is not our problem. It is their problem. Okay, but you don't have to hate them back. Okay, you have to spread love because we are in this on this mother earth or in this planet. In the universe, just to spread love. You must have heard what you sow, so shall you reap. है ना जैसा बोओगे वैसा पाओगे. So if whatever you give, it will come back to you. If you spread love, if you give love, it will come back to you. If you give hatred, it will come back to you. So you shall reap what you sow, so shall you reap. So being hated, people will hate you. He advises his son that people will hate you. It is obvious. People will hate you. You cannot force all the people to love you, isn't it? But here he should, at the same time, he should never hate them back. Okay, we should always try to spread love among the people. Okay, the society, and yet don't look too good, not to talk too wise. Okay, he's how beautiful message has been given by the poet. What does he say? He says that at the same time he advises his son that there is no need to be perfect all the time. We cannot be best at the time, all the time. We have some flaws. Nobody is perfect in this world, my dear friend. So don't try to be perfect. Okay? Don't look too good. No need. There is no need at all. Not to talk too wise. There is no need to talk always wise, to be so compassionate or so matured all the time. There is no need at all. Okay? So, did you understand what is the message has been given? What message has been given in these four lines? In the entire stanza, the poet is advising his son to stay calm, okay, and to trust himself. Again, at the same time, he should always ask him to be patient, okay, and he asks him not to lie at all. He suggests him to be truthful all the time in his life, because you don't have to remember the truth, but when you lie, you have to remember, and you have to keep in mind. So here his father asked him, in the poet asked his son Mark not to indulge in such things. Okay, and he asked him to spread love in the universe, in the society. Why? Because that is what we are for. Okay, so we should always try to spread love among among our friends, or you can say in the society, in the world. And in the last line, he advises his son not to look too good or talk too wise. Okay, he has to be moderate. Let us come to second stanza. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same. Okay, so if you can dream, again, Anaphora is there. If you can dream and not make dreams your, sorry, yes, if you can dream and not make dreams your master. See, the people who, those who dare to dream, they succeed. They become successful. If you don't dream, you will remain mediocre, or you will remain an ordinary human being, isn't it? So he suggests his son, he advises his son to dream big. Even, the late president, APJ Abdul Kalam, okay, he used to always say that dreaming high is a virtue, dreaming low is a crime. Okay, so we should always dream big, right? And not make dreams your master, but at the same time, the care should be taken that we should never allow our dreams to fool us. You know, when we want our dream come true, okay, we are ready to do anything for it. Just we make use of unfair means. We do everything, okay, possible to you to transfer our dreams in reality. Okay, but he says that you are
Ma'am,
not.
excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, now yes, sir. That is how should be the position of your mic. Now it's very clear. Otherwise, audio is not that clear.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much,
Now
sir.
it's fine. Yeah, this is fine.
Yeah, okay, yes. So if you can dream and not make dreams your master, so what does he say? He advises, he encourages son to dream high, isn't it? And says that, but he asks his son to be cautious, okay, and ask him not to allow his dreams to allow his dreams to rule him. Okay, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim. Now, my dear friends, when you want to pursue your dream, when you set your goals, okay, thinking is not suffice. Dreaming is not suffice. It is not sufficient. Okay, you have to act upon. You have to take decisions. You have to act smartly, isn't it? So, only dreaming, merely dreaming and thinking is not sufficient, my dear friends. Okay, so if you want to achieve something great, something big in your life, you have to act accordingly. Okay, so if you can think, not make thoughts your aim, it should not be limited to your aims only, thoughts only. Okay, so you at the same time you will have to act upon that. You have to take decisions, you have to be very smart. Okay, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, my dear friends, look at here, this is the beautiful line given by the poet. See, what does he say? If you can meet that with triumph and disaster, triumph and disaster, triumph, success, victory, okay, disaster, two more, you can say failure. Okay, so here he says that, as I told you earlier, that life is not the bed of roses. This is all is full of ups and downs. Okay, so this is not the smooth road. Okay, you have to trudge. Actually, you have to take efforts while walking, while treading ahead, right? While marching ahead in this life. So here, my dear friend, the poet says that while leading life, in order to be successful, sometime you will meet with triumph and disaster. So see, the triumph and disaster, both these words, these things are personified. Okay, so and they are compared to imposters. Now, what does the word imposter mean? The word imposter means when you try to pretend something, somebody, okay, but you are not. It means that a person who comes in disguise and cheats us, deceives us. Okay, so here, who are the cheaters? Who are the who will deceive us? Okay, triumph and disaster. So the human quality of cheating somebody or deceiving somebody has been given to these two words, triumph and disaster. So the figure of speech is personification. So he says that when now the first thing is you have said to your God. Now, to fulfill your dream, to bring that particular dream into reality, okay, what will you do? Sometime you will definitely try hard. Okay, you will work hard to come you to transform your dreams into reality.
Then,
So you can, sir. Hello, Kapil, sir. So if
yes,
you
ma'am.
sir, is there any problem?
No, no problem. Carry
No.
on.
Okay, okay.
Was there
So
any interruption from my side?
no, no problem, sir. Not.
Yeah.
Okay, if you can meet with triumph and disaster. So he says that, how these, why the poet has called them imposters. Okay, how do they cheat us? See, now let me give you one example. If you are successful all the time, whatever you do, you succeed in that particular thing. Okay, and then when what happen actually when you are successful, when you become successful all the time, you get carried away by the success, by the triumph. Okay, and then it may you may be doomed. You may be what can I say, you may fail at that time. बहुत सारे marks मिलते हैं, if you score good percentage and you are so overconfident now. I do score good marks all the time, and then you stop studying. What will happen? Your score will go down, isn't it? So in the same manner, so and vice versa. Okay, if you fail, for example, and if you work harder, once you fail, but after failure, you work harder. You work like anything. Okay, and you will be successful. Okay, so these are the means these triumphs and disasters, means failure and success. Okay, they are imposters, and you have to treat them just the same. If you are successful, just be just be humble and honest, and you can say modest, right? So you don't have to be so being so proudy when you are successful, and don't have to feel bad or low when you fail or you taste failure in your life. So these are the imposters. They can deceive you anytime, at any time. So you cannot trust them. Am I right? So at the here, so you have to, he the poet suggests his son to deal with or to treat triumph and disaster, okay, equally, same, okay, because these are imposters. They can cheat us anytime. Okay, so I hope you understood this. At the same time, the metaphor has been used because the metaphor is this implied simile. Okay, that triumph and disasters, they are compared, okay, indirectly compared with imposters. Okay, and therefore the figure of speech is when the indirect comparison is made in these similar things, completely different things having one quality common. Okay, that particular poetic device is called as figure of speech is called as metaphor. So here in this in the third line, okay, you will see that the personification is used at the same time metaphor is also used. I hope you understood this. Let's go ahead since we have not much time with us. Okay, now If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to be too broken and stoop and build them up with worn out tools. Okay? If you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken, twisted by nails. What does he say? That you have said something. Okay, but people will twist whatever you have said. They will twist your, they will reframe your statement and then tell somebody else or then tell others. Okay, so you can bear to hear the truth you have spoken. So whenever his father means the poet, suggests his son to be truthful always. Okay, to remain truthful in his life. So when you made a statement, you have to remain, at that particular statement all the time. That whatever you said is true. So you have to, be like that. You have to put your foot down there. Okay, so you have to जैसे अपने what can say you have made a statement तो उस पे आपको रिमेन रहना पड़ेगा उसको आपको ये करना रहना क्या बोलेंगे उसको वहां पे आपको ये करके रहना हो you will have to hold that. Okay, and you twisted by nails to make a trap for fools. Okay, make a trap for fools again. F this later is repeated presently these are the successive words. Okay, so again the figure of speech is alliteration. The poet had used made of alliteration. Okay, to enhance the beauty of this poem. Okay, so here the poet, he suggests his son that he should be courageous enough, he should be bold enough to, to bear what people say about him or behind his back. Okay, so he will have to remain truthful, always remain truthful in his life, and he should not get disturbed by what people say about him. Because whatever we make a statement, we always see on media as well. Somebody makes some such statement, and with the media they twist it, okay, and then reframe it, and then they project it, okay, from their own perspective. Okay, so it is it is all about their perspective. We don't have to do anything about that. Okay, we cannot stop anybody, because this is the right given by the democracy. Okay, so here the father says that he has to be, courageous enough and to hear the truth that he has spoken. He has to remain truthful in his life, and the people might twist it. Okay, nails का मतलब होता है. What is the word nails? A dishonest man or a rogue. Okay, disloyal people. They pretend that they are your friends, but they are not loyal at all. They are dishonest people. You cannot trust them. So they are, they hate you. They are envious of you. They envy. They are jealous of you. So they will certainly twist whatever you say. Okay, and they will try to trap you. Okay, they will try to trap you, but you should not get affected. Okay, by their deeds. Okay, by their whatever they do, you should not get affected by that. Or watch the things you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them up with burnout tools. Or watch the things you gave your life to broken. Something will happen in your life. You will feel, so low in your life. No, you cannot be successful all the time. But 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 since we are in a winners, since we have to win this particular race, okay, you have to come, bring your dreams into reality. Okay, dreams come true. Okay, you don't have to give up easily. You have to, what can say, work harder. You have to make efforts again and again, okay, to stand and build them up with burnout. You are exhausted, my dear. You have, tried a lot, and you are on the verge of giving up. You never know that the success, is around the corner. Okay, in the next attempt you may succeed, but a time comes when we feel that we have tried so hard. Now, it is we are done with it. This is the point when you try to, give up. So here the poet suggests, the poet suggests his son not to give up easily. Okay, not to get affected by the trap of these slaves, these honest people, because they want it happen to you. They want you to, break down. They want you to, back out. They don't want you to be a successful person in your life. Okay, so or what things you gave your life to broken, something will happen. Life is all about ups and downs. So I stood at that particular time. You have to stand up again. Okay, you have to, the remaining struggle. You have to pull up your socks. Okay, you have to try again with the burnout tools. Burnout tools. You are exhausted. So these are means whatever energy you have. Okay, you have to use that particular energy, and you never know with the next forceful attempt you may succeed. But here we are on the verge of giving up. So the poet says that he advises his son not to give up. This is the time, my dear friend, when you have to be very, very strong. Okay, when we go through the, the downs, means now, failure. Okay, so when we taste failure, we should not feel low. Okay, because nothing is permanent in this life. Everything is temporary. We are happy. Today we are happy. Tomorrow we will sad. So this is all about. This is a cycle. Okay, if winter comes, can spring be far behind? Okay, so nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary in this life. So this phase is also temporary. If you are going through the adverse phase in your life, it is temporary, my dear friend. It too shall pass. Okay, so here at this particular juncture, at this particular time, you have to be very, very strong. The poet suggests the same thing, same way. He has tried to give the same message to his son, Mark. He wants him to be strong, okay, to face these people, such people, because the country, the nation is full of, or this world is full of such people who will always try to pull you down, who will always try to, try to break you. Okay, but you are unbreakable. You are hard thing. Just show them that you are hard nut to crack. Okay, so this is the time when you have to stay strong, my dear friends. Okay, so let's go ahead. This is the third stanza. If you can make one heap all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginning, and never breathe a word about your loss. How beautiful lines. Okay, if you can make if you can make one heap of all your winnings, whatever, you have success, you are successful now, you have amassed wealth, you have lot many things. Okay, and if you make a heap out of that, okay, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss. Pitch and toss is a sort of game. Okay, and the poet has used it as a symbol. ये symbol की तरह use किया गया है. Here the poet says that, as I told you, ups and downs. Okay, it's all ups and downs. Now the thing will come when you feel that you are on the top of the world, and at the next moment you start to fall down, isn't it? It is life. Life is such unpredictable. It is, nobody can predict life. So he says that you should always, if anything such things happen to you, he says that we should always ready to take chances, take, risk in our life. It is all about risk. If you want to achieve something big in your life, you have to, come out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone से बाहर आना पड़ता है. You have to come out of your comfort zone if you want to be successful in your life. So he says that, and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss. Whatever you have earned, it is hard-earned money. But again, you have to come out of comfort zone, and you have to take risks and chances. Okay, and if you lose, what will happen? If you will lose your property, whatever you have, okay, with you, and lose and start again at your beginning. You have to start afresh. Okay, you have to start again from zero, from cipher. Again, you have to make your beginning. Okay, and never breathe a word about your loss. Now, the one caution or one precaution you have to take, that you should never look back and not complain a single word. You should not complain. Are you getting me? So here the poet advises his son to, whatever property he has, money he has, okay, he should list in order to be, okay, because but turn of pitch and toss, and toss का मतलब this is sort of game. Sometimes you win, or sometimes you just fall down. Okay, and it's very difficult for you to start afresh again. So here he says that it may happen in our life. It may happen, you never know. Okay, but and if it happens, okay, what sorry and if it happens, we should always ready to take risk in our life, okay, and start afresh, okay. And but you should never complain with a word about your loss. We should not look back again, okay, but you should learn from your past experiences. This is it is understood. So you have to learn from your past mistakes, but you have to march ahead and ahead, okay, and without any complaint. And if you do so, my dear friend, you will definitely be successful. You will definitely success. You are bound to be successful in your life, okay. So let's go ahead. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so bold on vain there is nothing in you except the will which says to him, them, hold on. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew. Okay, now see, this is what does the poet start to imply over here? Uh, imply over here, he wants to imply that the heart. Okay, he's talking about the strength, the stamina, willpower. Heart means willpower. Nerve and sinew, okay, means strength, stamina, vigor. It means that the entire means he's talking about not the part, not only heart, but the entire human being. Okay, the figure of speech is selective. है ना, इसको select करके बोलते हैं. Okay, when the part is used for a whole and whole for part. Okay, so if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew, it means that if you can force yourself, be the human being. Okay, so if you can force you to serve your turn long after they are gone, everything you have done, okay, everything you have done on your part, means now it is time to achieve something big. It is you have tasted failure, everything you have done, but still you are ready to serve your turn, okay. Even after you have done it, you do it again and again without get tired of, okay. And so hold on when there is nothing in you. You are exhausted, my dear friends. You are working hard, you are trying again and again, but what he says, so hold on when there is nothing in you. You don't have money, you don't have nothing in your hand right now, because you have lost everything, okay, but now you don't have anything to lose. What you have strong willpower, you have passion in you, right? One should always be on fire, okay, when you achieve your goal, if you want to achieve your goal, okay. So here, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will. You don't have anything, you are bankrupt now, and now you don't have money, nothing, you don't have any wealth except the will. You have strong willpower which says to hold on, not to give up. Okay, this is the time you have so resolute. You are determined. So with that strong willpower, okay, that particular willpower says, see again, will W is used. This W is used. Capital W is used over here. It means that the personification is used. The figure of speech is used by the poet. He has he has personified will is personified over here, okay. Will is saying something, the quality of human quality of saying something. What is saying? Hold on, don't give up, keep on marching ahead, keep on treading this road, uneven road. It's full of thorns, it's full of ups and downs. So accept the will which says to them, hold on. Okay, so if you have strong power, if you have passion in your heart, okay, whatever you have lost, you will regain it, my dear friends. But the only condition is you have to hold on. You don't have to give up at all. Okay, so here I think you have understood this. Now, fourth stanza. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, or if all men count with you, but none too much. Okay, now what does he say? If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, In the last paragraph, stanza, the poet advises his son to be social, because your property won't come to a risk. Your property is of not that use. What can say, if you have friends, if you are loving and dear ones with you, they will always come to your rescue, they will always help you, they will always support you mentally, whatever. Okay, so if you can, so he asked his son to be social, to keep in touch with crowds. Crowd stands for common people, stand for common people, and keep your virtue. Means virtue is a good quality, isn't it? So one should be virtuous. One should be, one should have all the qualities: compassionate heart, kind-hearted, whatever I have told you earlier. Truthful, being truthful is one of the virtues. Okay, so virtues strong. Okay, means strength you have. That particular figure you must have. So if you can talk with crowds, you have to stay connected with the crowd, common people from where you have come, right? You are successful now, but you have originated from them only. You were one of them only. So you have to be connected with them, you have to be very social and keep your virtue. uh, yeah, you have to keep your virtue, means you have to be a good human being. You have to be virtuous enough. You have to there should be you should have good qualities. Okay, or walk with kings. It may happen that you will come in contact with the royal people, kings, aristocrat people, you can say rich people, nor lose the common touch. Even when it happens that you are in contact, continuously contact with rich people, okay, never lose contact with the crowd or the common people, because this is means you belong to them. You belong to that particular crowd. You were ordinary once upon a time. So don't forget your past, my dear friends. You fly in the sky, you soar in the sky, but your feet should always be on ground. So we should never, forget our origin, what we were earlier. Okay, so here he says that he has to be, social, and he should always stay connected with the common people. Okay, even when he is familiar with, or he comes in contact with the rich people, royal people in his life. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you. See, this is the beautiful line given by, the message given by the poet. He says that if neither foes means enemies, nor loving friends can hurt you. You never know, and you don't know who is your real friend, or who is your, they are always, they are in disguise. They always pretend to be your good friends, but they may jealous of you. They may be envious of you. Okay, so don't allow neither your enemies nor your friends to hurt you. Mind my words, my dear. Mark my words, my dear friends. Okay, unless you allow people, they will never, they will not hurt you. Okay, unless you allow them, they won't hurt you unless you allow them. Isn't it? So never allow anybody to hurt you, right? So it may be friends, it may be enemies. Okay, no, never allow them to hurt you. If all men found with you, but none too much, all pretend that they are so familiar with you, they are so they care for you, they are so connected with you, they are so happy for your success, they are happy for you, but nobody is your true friend. Don't trust anybody. Okay, always be, vigilant, always be, alert. Okay, and you should be able to learn who is your good friend and who is your enemy. We should, we must have the knowledge. We must try to recognize, our friends and enemies. Okay, so we have to inculcate all these virtues among us. Okay, so here he's means in this stanza. Okay, in the last stanza, fourth lines of the last stanza, the poet suggests his son to be social, okay, and to stay connected, to keep in touch with all the ordinary people from where he has come. Okay, and even if he is, he is connected with, or he is with the royal people. Okay, he is successful now. He has become one of them now, but still he should never forget his roots where he has come from. And at the same time, he says that he should not allow neither enemy nor friends to hurt him. Okay, and he advises him to be vigilant all the time. Okay, and try to recognize who is, your good friend, who's our good friend. Okay, true friend. If you can feel the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that in it. And which is more, you will be a man by my son. See, this is the last line. And which is more, you will be a man, my son. So all throughout the poem, the poet has given conditional. If you do so, this will happen. If you do so, this will happen. Okay. So these are all conditional. Okay. The first means whatever we do, we'll have to face the consequences. Okay. So he says in the last four lines, he says, if you can feel the unforgiving minute, my dear friends, we must value time. Those who waste time, time never forgives them. Time is here personified. Minute means time. Time is personified. Time has been given the human quality of forgiving something or not forgiving something, right? So here says that if you waste your precious, valuable time, see, whatever gone is gone, will never come back. This moment we have started at 10 o'clock. Now it is almost 10, sorry, 11 o'clock. Okay, so each minute, passing minute is just a past. Okay, every minute has becomes sorry, every minute becomes past. So here the if we waste time, okay, so time will never forgive us. Okay, so the figure of speech is personification. The time minute has been personified over here. Unforgiving means not forgive. Forgive, to forgive somebody, maaf karna, like that. Okay, with 60 seconds worth of a distance run, everybody in this world, it may be he may be king, prime minister, president, whosoever he may or he or she may be. Everybody gets 60 seconds, 60 seconds, okay, in his life, worth of distance run. Okay, yours is the earth and everything that's in it. Okay, so everybody gets equal time. Okay, we get 40, 24 hours. You get, everybody on this planet earth gets for 24 hours. Okay, now it is up to you how you use it. Okay, just think about Tata, Birla, Ambani, and all the successful people who make loads and loads of money. Okay, who have made. So just think about them. They have only 24 hours in their hand, right? So here he says that everybody gets 60 seconds. Okay, and but it depends on you how you use those in that particular minute, or those 24 hours. Yours, if you act upon whatever uh, what can I say, suggestion has been given by the poet. He says that if you act upon my suggestion, yours is the earth and everything that in it. You belong this earth, isn't it? Your earth is whatever there is on the earth is yours. Okay, the poet has made you. The poet has made exaggerated statement, obvious exaggerated statement. Okay, so the figure of speech is hyperbole. The poet has made use of hyperbole. But even since he says that the world will be yours. Okay, what you can say, if you work harder, you will successful, and this world will be yours. It will belong to you. You will become the master. Okay, and which is more, you will be a man, my son. And if you act upon all these suggestions given by me or given by the poet says that you will become a complete man with all the virtues and good qualities, compassionate heart, and a kind-hearted person, okay, a successful person. Okay, he just wants his son to be a successful human being in his life. He wants his son to be a complete human being in his life, isn't it? So even if this is the poet has given so beautiful message here, that we act upon whatever he has given the conditional. If you do so, this may happen. This may, if you do so, this will happen. So if we act upon, if we follow all the suggestions, okay, or we ponder over and implement all the suggestions given by the poet, we will be a successful person in your life. Will become a complete person in our life. Okay. So here, as I told you, that the poet has given, the poem has a universal appeal. So you can place yourself in the poet's son's place, okay, and you can feel that the poet, he is telling something to you. There is a conversation going on between you and the poet. He will, explain. It means he will. You feel that you are getting encouraged or motivated, inspired, immensely inspired by this poem. So that's all from my side. I hope I what can I say, I did justice to my job, and that's all. Thank you so much for the patient hearing, and thank you so much, Sanjay Singhal sir, for giving me this opportunity to be to share my expertise with the students. And I hope that I didn't disappoint you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, you have covered everything. The whole poem has been covered. The 4 stanzas of 8 lines each, divided into 4 lines in a slide of 4 lines each. Ma'am started with a short description to the poet Rudyard Kipling, and then moved on to tell about how the poem is inspiring with positive thoughts and motivating. The poem is directly addressed to his son, and after that ma'am told us about the introduced us to the structure of the poem. After the structure, it was regarding the contents, stanza wise. The contents were described stanza wise, and in the end the message that how can you be an ideal human being, how can you be a real man. That is what is the that is what the poet wants from his son. So on behalf of the collaborating colleges and the participating students, I thank ma'am for sparing this morning hours for us for the session, and declare that the first session of the day is over with this. Thank you, ma'am, once again.
Thank you so much, sir. Have a great day ahead. Thank
Yeah,
you
and
so
we have next session by Madam Marathe at 11:15, which is after this session. The separate Zoom link has been posted for that.
Thank you.